Welcome to the channel Ephraim. At the end of this video, if the spirit that lives within you bears witness to the spirit that lives within me, then please share the video. Click the like button, click the notification button, but the most important thing you can do is share the video so that you can help us reach the world for Christ. Our topic today is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 3. It's a very important chapter. I need to make sure we cover two main things today so that the viewer can understand exactly what is happening in the world at this point. At the end of the video, I want to make sure we slam the door on some false teachings. I'm going to give you one example for time's sake. This verse completely slams the door on a couple of false teachings. So I look forward to going over Isaiah chapter 13, verse 3 with you on the channel Ephraim today. Look at this verse. God isn't messing around. He's about to consecrate the enemies of this country, the symbolic Babylon, to carry out his anger, to execute his wrath, for his glory, for his victory. God, this chapter is about to describe what Jesus is talking about, the starting point of the Great Tribulation. That's what Isaiah is about to describe in this chapter. God's wrath is about to be poured out on the world, but specifically on this country. So let's do a recap so that you can understand exactly what is happening at this point. So let's talk about this recap real quick. Look, verse 1, Isaiah covers a burden. It's a burden talking to the people that live in this country because they've been falsely taught. They don't understand the true identity of this symbolic Babylon, this mystery Babylon, which is America. And we've been telling them, but they don't want to listen because they don't understand. They don't understand God's symbolism. They don't understand it. They don't understand that the coronavirus was the starting point, God's curse that he was going to use to strike the land with, to signal that the tribulation has started. They don't understand that. Go to these videos to get caught up if you would like. They don't understand even the words of Jesus. When he explains the parable of the fig tree, we are in the time period. We are the fig tree generation. We are the last generation. We are the generation that was born after Israel became a nation. They don't understand that. All you have to do is do the math. Go to the video. Subscribe to the channel to get caught up. They don't understand. So they don't understand when we describe to them and explain to them and show them in God's word how America is this symbolic Babylon. So thankfully, God has given us a sign. A sign is going to happen where you can't help but notice it then. You won't, because we have told you before it has happened. You have been told before it's happened. If we can get the word out, if you can help share our videos. So, and what is the sign? Go to the video to get caught up. It's the destruction of Egypt by America. That is the sign. Check out the video. So, verse 2 happens. All of a sudden, Isaiah, it completely changes. Now, all of a sudden, people want to flock and talk to the nobles so that they can prepare to escape. Because this country has destroyed this country just like you've been warned in the Bible. Just like God's watchman has explained. Now people can identify correctly Mystery Babylon, symbolic Babylon. They know it's America. So after America destroys Egypt, after God's sign takes place, now people will be able to identify correctly Mystery Babylon as America, and they will see the rest of these armies start to gather up, start to mobilize. That's what verse 3 is talking about. Ever read Ezekiel chapter 38? That's what's going to be taking place. America has taken out one of Magog's alliance members. Now they will mobilize to march on Israel. If you don't believe me, guess what you need to do? Subscribe to the channel. so that you can see other videos that's going to be coming out this summer that's going to describe Ezekiel chapter 38, chapter 39, chapter 37. You're going to have to subscribe to the channel because these events that are playing out right now are leading up to Christ's return. They are happening right in front of us. It is not a mistake that Turkey has just aligned with Russia. It was written down in the 80s. You need to go to the website and download the free booklet. If you haven't done that, then you're allowing yourself to get behind on these events that you need to know about so that you know when to escape, where to escape. You'll know God's plan. But now let's continue on with the second point we wanted to cover today. This verse explains that God is going to pour out his wrath on the earth while Christians are around. It says it right there. It's right there in the verse. So if you ever hear a Christian saying, God's not going to pour out his wrath on the earth while Christians are around, you can remember back to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 3, where God plainly says he's going to pour his wrath out on this symbolic Babylon. Because it's right here in the chapter. Isaiah is about to describe this chapter. This is the reason why Jesus references a verse from this chapter in Matthew 24:29. He is trying to warn the Christians that live in this country and around the world. So that's my time on the channel Ephraim today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Look, subscribe to the channel. Click the like button. Click the notification button. But the most important thing you can do is you can share the video so that you can help us reach the world for Christ. That's how you can raise a banner. That's how you can help us prepare Christians around the world for what's about to take place. You would fit right into what Isaiah is describing in chapter 13. So I look forward to going over the rest of this chapter with you. I hope you subscribe to the channel, but y'all know the drill. Peace out. I'm chilling.